Hi, this is Bill Feaver here, and I wanted to share a short story that I wrote for a book called Teaching Hope. And I have had an entry in the book back when I was teaching. So I wanted to read it and share just a part of my life to share more of my story. It starts out, 3 finalists stood at the foot of the stairs to the stage in the Soroyan Theater. Standing next to 2 excellent teachers, I wondered how I could even compete with them. There was no doubt that one of them would be the next teacher of the year. Being the first teacher from Juvenile Hall to make it this far in the selection process, I saw no explanation other than God's providence moving me to be here. As I stood there, my mind wandered back to what had brought me to that evening. My thoughts jumped back to the period before graduating from college. Because the Vietnam War was cutting men down like a threshing machine and my lottery number for the draft was 13, I joined the Army Reserve. After completing active duty and coming home, my goal was to get a teaching credential, just to have one, because I didn't know what else to do. I had no plan to actually teach. The next year was filled with getting married, completing the requirements for a teacher credential, and finding a long-term substitute teaching job. Being inexperienced and having hardly any supervisors or other teachers who could have helped me through the tumultuous period all teachers go through, my frustration grew. Hearing me angrily crash through the door upon coming home, my wife would say, "You came through the door so hard, did you even turn the doorknob?" Because of my frustration for the next 30 years, I made choices that led me away from teaching school. Passing the CBEST, the California Basic Educational Skills Test, was a prerequisite to becoming a teacher. Not teaching and just on a whim, I took the test. Would passing this test be a benefit in the future? It took 3 attempts to pass the writing portion of the test. As it turned out, about 15 years later, I needed a job and I had a valid teaching credential. My wife said, "Why don't you teach?" 3 months later, I was teaching in Juvenile Hall. I teach in a prison environment. My day is filled with 1 class of girls and 2 classes of boys in language arts and history. Students are marched from housing pods across a yard every morning into a school area of the facility. They are greeted warmly, or they enter the classroom. High fives, handshakes, and fist bumps are exchanged along with good morning. Cute hairdo. What's up? How you doing? They look very pretty today. You look very pretty today, or some other form of encouragement. These comments get some very positive responses from each student filling in. We are locked into a windowless classroom with only a radio and a probation officer. There's no view of the outside world, and razor wire is everywhere. The scene appears to be pretty scary, but in reality, this is invigorating and exciting work. The classroom is covered with posters and students' work. The room is lively with music blaring. Calls come from next door, "Is there a party going on?" or "You are disturbing my class." Computers are going, assignments and quotations are written on the board. Videos are shown. One hears serious talk, banter, laughter, and crying, and sees students having fun and working on assignments. I realize that this classroom is where I belong and teaching is my life. Kids are here with drug problems, anger issues, mental illnesses, and learning problems that have led to various felonies. Some call or write after they get out. Some appear in the crime section of the newspaper. They will break your heart and at the same time fill you with a sense of joy, urgency, and purpose. One prayer that these kids can find hope, purpose, and perseverance in their lives to conquer their problems. I have always loved children. Becoming a teacher, I made connections with at-risk kids. Little things demonstrate this connection. Taking a student to lunch after his or her release, kids saying thank you after graduation ceremonies, phone calls to let their teacher know they are okay, their sincere appreciation when teachers feed the whole school hot dogs or pizza. These are a few events that mean so much to me. Also, a student writing about an experience in his or her life is an articulate and insightful way spurs me forward to help that student repeat this type of work. If you mix all of this with a group of teachers who enjoy helping kids, you have a recipe for love and hope. I did not want to apply for the County Teacher of the Year award, although being the district Teacher of the Year made me eligible to apply. No one from Juvenile Hall had ever won that title. Reluctantly, I filled out the application at my boss's prodding. It was like writing a term paper about myself. I hated it. However, my selection as one of the 3 finalists gave our program great exposure at a time when a huge new juvenile facility was being planned and constructed. Pausing in my reflections about the past, I heard my name being called as the 2005 Teacher of the Year. I am the first and only teacher chosen from the court schools. I'm excited, humbled, and totally freaked out to be in front of all these people. The court schools will be recognized and honored through me. I am blessed to be working with at-risk kids. God has brought me home on wobbly legs, and with a mouthful of cotton, I ascend the stairs of the stage to accept my award. I just wanted to share that with you today to tell you a little bit more about me. I've been retired for several years now, but I taught for 22 years, and I loved every minute of it. And I just wanted to share that with you. Have a great day.